Do you back the blue? Well, if you do, you're a damn knucklehead. Don't you think for 1 minute that every time they put on that uniform and they get their shiny shoes on, they're not going out there to ruin somebody's life. And they love it. It's what they live for. And if you back the blue, you're a knucklehead.
Thank you, Tori. We're following a breaking news alert tonight. A new lawsuit claims DCS illegally tore apart a family after a traffic stop. The case got national attention last year. A state trooper pulled over a couple in Coffee County for allegedly driving too slow and a window tint violation. DCS took the couple's 5 children after finding less than an ounce of pot inside the car. News 2's Adam Mincer has covered this story from the beginning. He is now here with what the family is asking for. Adam.
Haley, that family was traveling from Atlanta to Chicago for a funeral last February. They said what happened in Coffee County turned their trip into a nightmare. A lawsuit claims DCS illegally detained the family, illegally forced the mother to give a urine sample, and had officers illegally put spike strips around the couple's car while DCS secretly went to a judge to take the kids away. The lawsuit says DCS and local officers literally ripped the children from their mother's arms.
If that doesn't make you sick, folks, unbelievable. DCS is a bunch of government thugs, but it all begins with these stupid idiot cretins, which are the Tennessee Highway Patrol, and oh boy, them sumbitches. I'll tell you this right now. You see them blazing around everywhere they go. They drive with rage. Everything they do is to ruin somebody's life, and this is proof of it right here.
Put them in foster care and didn't return the children for nearly 2 months. There's video of much of what happened, but the state fought to block the parents from releasing it. We're in the process of getting...
Of course. All right. Folks, this is an irritating report. What a crazy scene this was. This guy got tackled and he even had the receipt for his pizza. You all remember the scene, but you didn't get the follow-up. Here's the follow-up. Those cops were disciplined.
2 KCK police officers are being disciplined for how they handled a receipt check at the Walmart near the Legends.
A man was held down with a knee on his neck over a $5 frozen pizza. The end of this arrest was caught on camera, and it's made the rounds on social media.
KCTV5's Betsy Webster talked with the man right after he learned the off-duty officer...
By the way, that's the ends of the arrest that was caught on camera. There was many minutes of struggle before this.
And 1 responding officers will be punished.
Now, stop fighting it, okay? Look at me. Here's the receipt, bro. Read it, dumb.
That's Dayton Borthsouth's uncle talking to him as Dayton is on the ground. He said he bought a pizza at self-checkout, skipped bagging it to avoid waste, and had just passed the officer when they first interacted.
He said, "Got your receipt?" And I answered, I said, "Yes." And then I just kept walking.
He then saw the officer approaching in the reflection of the glass door.
I shook my head no and said, "Stop chasing me. You don't have the right to detain me. I didn't break any laws."
He said the officer pushed him against the wall, so he said, "I have the receipt. It's in my pocket."
And as I was pulling it out of my pocket, he's like, "Stop reaching in your pockets. Stop reaching in your pockets," like I had a weapon.
Get the f*** off me!
Dayton said he was angry at first, pushing to get up.
Hey, please. Can you have him read the receipt?
He said he eventually put his hands under his head instead of behind his back because he was afraid his head would be slammed into the ground. Then the second officer said this. "I'm going to break your nose. Do it now." Then he got a knee on his neck.
There needs to be at least a suspension, at least.
Okay, dude, you need to... Wait, I'm not going to give legal advice. What would you do, folks? Leave a message in the comments about what you would do in order to receive justice from these goofball cops in that city, Kansas City, Kansas. Not sure how I feel about this one, but indeed he's a bad apple. He was a double dipping dips. I'm going to try to make it through without getting demonetized. I can't say the S word in freaking America. Fired Suffolk cop appears on charge of bilking Walmart. Don't you bilk Walmart. They can't handle being bilked. A former Suffolk police officer was in court Wednesday, charged with obtaining more than $1,000 under false pretenses. A trial date on the felony charge of Marco Leslie, 30, was set for May 15th, but his attorney said the case may be settled prior to that. Leslie was a city police officer for more than 6 years until he was terminated in September. According to court documents and defense attorney Tim Anderson, Leslie's charge is that he was working at Walmart while he was on duty as a school resource officer at the same time. Okay, so he's a hustler. He was double dipping, and I'm not sure I'm going to call him a bad apple. He is a knucklehead. Maybe we'll have to do a knucklehead report. All right, let's see what old Double Dipper has here. Court papers indicate that double dipping happened last June. Leslie was arrested in August and then terminated as a Suffolk officer in September. He's very devastated, Anderson said outside the courthouse Wednesday morning. He's lost his whole career. That does suck. Anderson said, hey, you know what, dude? You're way better off. You were hustling is what you were doing, and you juggled some things and you screwed up, Marco. But you know what? I'm not going to say you're a bad dude. I'm glad you're out of law enforcement. Don't you go becoming a security guard being a knucklehead. All right? You're going to see this. In fact, I'm going to put your picture on here so you do see this. All right? Anderson said, just so you remember, don't you go becoming a cop or trying to become a knucklehead again. You're done with that life. Be over and done with it. You didn't do anything real bad. Be done. All right. Anderson said there's only one way Leslie could get back on the force. He'd have to be found not guilty, Anderson said, and he'd have to seek reinstatement. But at this point, he'd also have to just be a complete... Listen, you know that's the man upstairs saying, this is your chance, dude. Be done with it. Anderson said he's working to negotiate with the Commonwealth to try to settle the case before trial. Good. He said Leslie's case is unrelated to the two Suffolk police officers, Officer James Babor and Sergeant Hector Rosario, who faced similar charges involving financial crimes. Well, I bet those guys are jerks. I'm going to leave. I think Marco's probably all right. But James Babor and Sergeant Hector Rosario, we're not going to spare you any quarters. Okay, so here's those other two knuckleheads from the Suffolk PD. Two Suffolk police officers arrested, charged with obtaining money under false pretenses. Oh, that whole department. Oh, look at this guy. He's a knucklehead. We're going to use his picture. Two Suffolk police officers have been arrested and face felony charges of obtaining money under false pretenses. Senior Suffolk police officer Marco Leslie was charged and arrested Monday, while Master police officer James Babor was charged and arrested Thursday, according to Jennifer Moore, Suffolk Media and Community Relations Director. Oh, look at James. Oh, dang it, James, you got that look. According to Suffolk General District Court online records, Leslie's charged in obtaining money under false pretenses of greater or equal to $1,000. With an offense date June 1st, he's posted bond and faced charges of arraignment. 9 a.m. What did he do? Damn it. All right, maybe I won't be mean to him yet. Babor also faces additional charges, one count of forging and uttering a public document and one count of computer fraud. Okay. Both officers have been placed on administrative leave, Moore said. Court records show both men are accused of clocking into work at the Suffolk Police Department, but actually working those hours at second jobs. All right, so we got a couple of hustlers. All right. They're not bad apples. They're just knuckleheads. Thanks for watching. Tune in tomorrow morning for another episode of the Bad Apple Report right here at home on the range.